You know, people like something Jordan Peterson made me think about, and this is my own thing. If you were one of Jesus' disciples, you most likely would have been a Judas. The people that didn't betray Jesus, they were special, very special. And people think, oh no, if I saw all the signs and wonders, I would never have betrayed Jesus. But even the disciples, even Peter said 3 times before the rooster crowed that he did not know Jesus. All the disciples, when he died and put himself on the cross, lost their faith for a bit. And he predicted it, right? So, yeah, even Peter denied knowing who Jesus Christ was 3 times before the rooster crowed, as Jesus predicted. And the problem with Judas was that he believed in Jesus, but believed that he was supposed to become the king of Israel and to destroy and kill Caesar and to free them from their oppressors. And a lot of us would have also demanded that. Free us from our oppressors, God. But it is not God's duty to fight oppressors, it is our duty to fight oppressors. He gives us the way, the truth, the logos. But when we are being oppressed, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. But render unto God what is God's. And when the government stands in dark contrast to what you believe in, and it's democracy, and it's your responsibility to ensure that it survives and it's valid, then you need to make sure that you're living up to Christ's call for you to have a purpose in life, and for you to fight evil when you see it, and to speak against evil when you see it, and not to be morally cowardly, but have moral courage, which is extremely rare even among Christians nowadays. Most just want to be happy, have a happy family, and pretend that the world isn't going to fucking become an absolute socialist hellhole, and we're going to have a global government, and we're going to have hell on earth unless we start doing something to fight against the evil people that are still in the government and have Trump obviously cornered. Most likely because releasing the Epstein files would be an international relations incident, and they already prepared by saying they would just say it's a deep fake and put 1000% tariffs on the United States until Trump admitted it was fake, all fake stuff to go after his political enemies and stuff. And yeah, it would be the United States against the rest of the world, and the prime ministers, the Saudi Arabian princes, the billionaires, and all the other powerful people that went to Pedophile Island that are on the list, that would do everything in their power to punish us for releasing the list, and who are friends with the most powerful people on earth, who are the globalists, like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. Old money, true evil. And they worship Moloch, the Bohemian Grove here, the Republicans. And we don't even talk about it, which is why I'm going to run for office one day. And probably get killed doing so for speaking the truth too much. No Republican in Congress talks about all their other congressmen going to Bohemian Grove to worship Moloch, even though they know it to be true. Even Trump doesn't talk about Bohemian Grove. Even Trump won't delve too far into certain truths, but we need to. We need to reveal the fact that these fucking assholes worship Moloch. And it says in the Bible, do not worship Moloch. And it says that the entire city was destroyed for worshiping Moloch. So why are they worshiping Moloch in Bohemian Grove? Because they want the destruction of the United States and the creation of a global government, and also to make sure that the new Republican congressmen they think are corrupt, to make sure they are truly corrupt, make sure they have no conscience, make sure they can worship an evil pagan god, so that they don't have any real conscience, so that they won't betray the evil people later when they do things like stage 9/11, which I believe they did. They allowed 9/11 to happen at the very least. It was at least a stand down order given that day with all the odds of all those drills happening on the same day that 9/11 happened is impossible. We had all the same drills of what was going to happen happening, so when the actual hijacking happened, all the military people were like, this is part of the drill, right? The drill where people hijack planes, try to fly them into buildings, and try to attack the Pentagon, and whatever. The odds of all that happening the same day, and all the other evidence too. Even Trump knows 9/11 was an inside job. He can't say it outright, but he says Building 7, and that it was in fact a demolition. They said let's blow it up, and they blew it up on purpose. I don't know why they lied about it, but whatever. I guess it wasn't structurally sound, but why would they lie? Just more of this psyop and the gaslighting, I guess. And we have to stop being gaslit, and for that we need to follow the logos. We need to use logic to pursue the truth. The logos leads to God, and the logos will lead us to a better nation. We lost the logos when we lost Jesus, and we lost Christianity as the foundation of our civilization. But we'll bring it back.